So this morning, unfortunately, one of our Plymouth Rock or Barred Rock chickens were attacked by a hawk. It did a little bit of damage right up here. She had gotten her neck stuck inside of something, and you can kind of see how she's hanging her wing low down here. She can't really. I tried to test with it, and she cannot fly with it currently. So I'm not sure if the wing is actually broken, or I'm not really sure, but she's kind of been hanging with the flock still. She hasn't been rejected or picked on, so we've just been keeping an eye on that. There was no other puncture wounds or anything. So I'll show the video shortly, but she had gotten her head stuck, and we had to manually go out there and help her get it unstuck. She was a bit shaken up, and it's just kind of been sitting around all day, probably pretty traumatized by that. So they will not be able to free roam for a little bit. So we have their run closed up here. So they'll be using this the next couple days to just kind of scratch around, and in the meantime I just kind of need to determine some solutions to try to prevent the hawk from returning. It was actually way up there near the house, so I will share that footage now.
Today we are going to be bandaging Henrietta's wing. You can see that it's drooping a little bit. I feel like I'm in the firing range here. We had a hawk come down and attack our girls yesterday morning, and it was a juvenile hawk and had no idea what it was doing, thankfully. So most of the girls are okay, but I think she broke her wing in the process, so we're going to try and get it bandaged up. This is the first time we're doing this, so you guys will be learning with us. We're gonna try and wrap underneath her good wing, just because we've watched some videos online and it looked like when you have both of their wings wrapped, they have a hard time balancing and standing, and we want her to be able to stay with the rest of the flock as much as she can, so we're going to give this a try. She is obviously feeling pretty flighty still, so it must not be terrible to completely subdue her. So we're just gonna try and get it folded up here and do almost like a figure 8 around her. If you can keep her just like that. And you want to keep it nice and loose, so that way it does not cut off any kind of circulation. So I don't know if you can see, you kind of can't, but on the other side, he is just lifting up that wing for us. All right, let's... And then I'm just gonna secure it on the top here, just to see how she does. Can you let her go?
She's losing her balance, which I think tends to happen when they don't, like the wing is attached to their body. So I'll let her down. How you doing? Go ahead.
What do you think, girl? I know, it's a little weird, isn't it? Looks like her feathers are a little orange here in the front. You can see it right here.
Yeah, it was like a solid 10 minutes of attack, fortunately.
She had her, oh,
Oh,
jump off.
run
But
away.
she got her head stuck underneath some lattice, and that was how we found her. So
Like stuck in some lattice and in between a T-post, unfortunately. It almost looked like she was able to, like, when she like went to catch her balance there, she like pulled up here.
okay.
So like it was like this wing tried to start coming up.
Okay, I can do one more closer up front.
Like she was
So-
trying to pull it out.
Yeah,
there.
right here.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and do one more that comes up closer to her shoulder.
Be careful, be careful. She's getting a little impatient.
She's pecking at it. Yeah, it does look like I went a little too far down. So I'm just gonna
Hopefully that'll do the trick.
and then I think I'm just going to tear it and secure it underneath her good wing. And again, we're just doing just very loose. And then with this kind of vet wrap, or Coflex is another brand of it, it adheres to itself, so it's not going to stick to her. So you really just kind of put it down and just smush it down gently.
So underneath her wing there.
Yep, so she's able to get free movement of there, and we just kind of went on the bottom of the wing. We went on the bottom of the ring, secured it, and then I got kind of just up, more up this way as we went on.
Yeah, she's
So
losing
her balance is going to be a little off, probably until she gets used to having the wrap on.
And if it's
What
too
you
bad,
thinking?
we'll separate her. So we're gonna try and put her back with the flock and see how she can do. If she can get to where she needs to go, or if she just kind of stands in place, then we might need to put her in a separate area. Girl, it's okay.
I had seen another video online that used a baby onesie, and they just slipped the onesie over the chicken's body and then cut off the ends, so that way there wasn't a whole lot hanging at the bottom. And I think that might have been something we could have tried, even maybe like a small dog shirt. But it is the heat of the summer here, and I didn't want her to overheat. And I wanted her to be able to cool off with this other wing if she needed to. So we just used a good amount of that vet wrap. We did wrap it up a few more times than I was expecting. It doesn't seem too tight though. I'm able to get my fingers underneath of it. I'm gonna see if I can affect here. But I'm able to just get up underneath of it right here. And then I did have some extra sticky athletic tape if I needed to secure it, but you can see right here, this is just where I pushed it down. So this is where I was gonna put this on top if I needed to, but it seems like it's sticking pretty well. So hopefully this will do the trick and she will get used to the wrap, and we'll probably replace it in a couple of days. Just give her a new wrap since I'm sure she will be very filthy. And then I've heard it can take a couple of weeks for it to fully heal, so we will be keeping a close eye on her. All right.
Thanks. Thank you for watching, and stay healthy from the Walker Family Farm. So I just wanted to provide an update on our chicken Henrietta, one of our barred rocks. So you had seen where we had wrapped up her wing. We did end up having to wrap it again, but after we wrapped it that time, we were able to get it so that she couldn't get it off. But now you can see on this side, Oh, sorry. Zoomed in quite a bit here. And then on this side, her wing is both nice and high. We had her wrapped probably for about 3 weeks, but now that we've taken it off, you can see both sides look nice and high. So that's great news. So it looks like she's gonna be okay. The second we took off the wrap, she started flapping her wings and it still maintained that high position. So looking great. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay healthy from the Walker Family Farm.